Spencer, coming at you with another video. Today we have got the Marvel Legends Sandman wave, Marvel's The Jackal. Doesn't say the, I just added the for emphasis. The. Don't even know. What do you think of this character? Yeah, I've read a little bit of this character, not a massive amount, but I did quite enjoy what I've read. I think he's pretty cool. I think he's a very underrated character. I like that they got him into, was it Disney's Spider-Man? Marvel's Spider-Man? I don't know, the latest Spider-Man cartoon. They actually got him in there a lot more, which I really, really liked. What do I think of this figure? Well, I've actually had this figure, this will be my third version of the Jackal, which is ironic, and I really struggled to get the first one, then I kind of got quite a few, and then I traded one even. But I don't mind, because I've got some custom ideas, because this is a brand new sculpt from head to toe. So that's really, really cool. So I already know about this figure, and I am a very much fan of this figure, but let's show you guys how good it really is. So let's have a quick look at the packaging. As you can see, the top packaging, or very top packaging, we do have the Build-A-Figure Marvel's Sandman, with the Marvel Legends series there, Marvel's Spider-Man there, and Marvel's Jackal. That's a bit insane, do you not think? 1, 2, 3 uses the word Marvel just on the front of the packaging. Is that not excessive? On top packaging, you have a spider logo. On the side of the packaging, a very nice kind of cool comic art of the actual Jackal. A little bit more like the Goblin now, if you ask me. On this side, the exact same art there. On the back of the packaging, we do have a nice cool pose of the figure and the rest of the figures in the wave. So we have already reviewed the Shocker, and now we're doing the Jackal. Of course, next up, we're going to do the Black Suit Spider-Man, Ms. Marvel, and then this says Multiverse Spider-Man. It says that for both of these. Don't know why it says so much there in different languages, and only them two different languages. So of course you've got Spider UK or Spider Brit, I can remember which way it's called, and the new 2099 Spider-Man, and then of course the Green Goblin, the one I'm looking forward to the most, and then of course the Sandman buff. Have a quick close-up look at that bio for those that would like to have a read of it. Okay, so let's get this bad boy out of the packaging and see how good he really is. Okay, so here we have the Jackal out of the packaging, and what do we think? Honestly, as I said earlier, I really like this figure. I think it is a great figure. Completely brand new sculpt from head to toe. Nothing has been reused on this figure. I think they've actually reused this figure now. I think it's for a new one that's just come out in the Kingpin wave. Is his name Puma? What is it, Puma? I don't know if that's right or not. He's the orange kind of cat thing. I don't actually know much about that person. And so it's cool they are reusing it. I thought they would have very simply done a paint job on this and turned it into a beast, because he's actually got a nice bit of bulk to him, which you will see when I do the size comparison later on. Now, he doesn't come with any accessories for the actual figure itself, but he does come with a Build-A-Figure part, and he comes with the right leg. That is the right leg, ladies and gentlemen. And as per usual, we will take a closer look at this when we take a closer look at the Build-A-Figure itself. So, bye. So let's have a close-up look at the decent sculpt on this figure, and then we'll move on with the review. Having a closer look at this actual figure, you can see that is a truly quite menacing face sculpt there. Honestly, it's like a really kind of creepy smile. I do like the paint-ups in the ears. I think they're quite nice. They're quite clean as well, and they do look really, really good. Nice kind of like fade with them. The eyes are quite clean. The teeth, maybe not the best, but still, you know, they're alright. They're very doable. I like the shading around the eyes as well. That is basically it for paint ups for the head. The only other paint ups on this figure is a little bit of shading on the torso and the back of the lower arms. There's nothing else in the rest of the figure apart from the toes. His toenails are painted and are his fingernails. But this, like I said, is a brand new sculpt, so we have first sculpted from head to toe, and it does look really, really cool. They can do so many cool things with this. You could do like Wolfman, J. Jonah Jameson, the moon thing. Like I said, it's got some good bulk. They could have got away with a beast with this for quite a while. It's just such a really cool figure. The fur there sculpted on the arm is very, very good, as is the fur on the back. Really, really good. Nice like little bits of patches there, which I think is a nice little touch. The feet, some great sculpts in the feet there. And it's not just reused hands, there is even some fur sculpted in the hands as well. So like I said, all in all, really, really solid sculpt. Okay, so let's go over some articulation quickly. The head is on a ball hinge, so it can go back that far and forward that much. Watch that little point in the back that actually hurt. No pivot in it whatsoever. You can rotate around 360 degrees on that. Shoulders and borders, they can go out that far. Be mindful, this little bit does sometimes catch depending where you are. So I'm getting a little bit of kind of wear just on that little bit there. But it will go out quite nicely. There is a bicep rotation there. So I forgot to say, can go around 360 degrees and it's nice and ratchety. Double bend in the elbow there. Not the nicest looking joint, but practical. We do get a nice, decent curve for such a bulky arm. I don't know if you can tweak it any better. That's basically it, really. Wrists are on pegs. They can rotate around 360 degrees, and they can hinge down from there and up to there. We have a really solid ab crunch, so we can go down that much and then back that much. Really nice. We have a raised rotation here, 360 degrees. Mine's a bit loose on this one. My other one's not that bad, so that's a bit annoying. Teacup hips, so with this leg all the way forward and this leg all the way back, that is the Spartan kick. That's a split kick, and here's upper thigh rotation, double bend in the knees, no boot rotation, and can point his ankle from there to there and pivot from there to there. So as the late Glenn Webb used to say, utilise those ankle pivots. This is the furthest possible splits he could do with both feet still firmly flat on the ground. Okay, size comparison. Jackal stands to the top of his little tiny mohawk thing, 6.5 inches tall, which is just around 16.5 centimeters. Alright, so I'm actually going to go back to one of my older reviews for a reason for this time, because I want to show you a bit more than just kind of a big mob. So, standing next to Peter and Spider-Man, see they look pretty cool together. So, standing next to my Bucky Cap stand-in, we have the Shocker who we've just reviewed. Also look very, very cool together. Now here we have the bulkier body mold, which is the Wonder Man here, which is also used by so many figures, I'm not going to list them. But look at this. Look at the arms. Bigger than that. So that's pretty cool. Here is my Hyperion stand-in, of course Luke Cage. Now look at the bulkiness of these arms. So you see this one's a bit wide, longer, but not as wide. So this guy has pretty much got the same kind of bulk as a Hyperion figure. Nice broad chest as well. Not quite at the same level, but still, I do think it's worth mentioning. Standing next to the new Omega Red. Okay, this is where the bulk kind of goes out the window. And this is where the bulk seriously goes out the window. And here he is with the rest of the characters that haven't yet compared with Songbird standing for an adult female body, Ultimate Peter Parker for teenage young male, White Tiger for a teenage female, and then the half pint himself, the Wolverine. Yeah, still haven't found his hands. So, final thoughts, what do we think? Well, as I said from the start of the video, I really like this figure. It's definitely one of Hasbro's better figures in my opinion. But please, let me know what you think in the comments below. Would I recommend this figure? Well, let me think. What do you guys reckon I'm going to say? Yeah. Well, not a very well known character, this is still a very, very cool figure and does have some great possible potential custom possibilities. I think I might have repeated myself a few times there. Oh well. But yeah, no, I do recommend this figure. I do think it is very, very cool. Okay, so I've just spent about 10 minutes trying to get him into a handstand, and it was a no-go. Because his fingers are like that, I just can't do it. I'm not going to heat them up just to that for the sake of one single pose. I've also just explained this twice because I explained it a second ago and didn't press the record button. So anyway guys, that is my review. I hope you did like this figure, and I hope you did like this review. Again, let me know what you think of the backdrop, the new one. You liking the space effect? It's growing on me more and more I look at it. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this review. As per usual guys, I'm going to catch you on my next one, which will be black suited Spider-Man. So stay tuned for that. Thanks a lot guys. See ya.